Mrs. Abong, the electricity expenses, who you think will pay for that? You? Expansion and rehabilitation of existing water system level 3. I will remind DSB, your duty under Local Government Code, Article 100, Paragraph 5, to provide for the establishment, operation, maintenance, and repair of an efficient waterworks system to supply water for the inhabitants. You approved this already because we already, it's already approved in the DBP. Why you keep delaying this? This is not the mayor's, agony if you delay this. This is the constituents' agony. Taas ni, paminaw mong tarong or makasabot mo. For the provision of food items to calamities, especially the state declaration of state of calamity last July 5, 2023. The SB under Local Government Article 100-1 to protect the inhabitants from harmful effects of man-made or natural disasters and calamities, and to provide relief services and assistance during and in the aftermath of the said disasters. Due to the urgency to provide relief assistance to the victims, I wrote a letter to this office, to this office body. But yet, last Friday, because I was expecting from your office that you will formally inform me right after the special session last July 5, but even my letter on last Friday was disregarded by this honorable council. Are you still honorable to be called? I am not sure if this council understands the plight of the victims given by the sluggishness of your action. Please research what is sluggishness. Repair, rehabilitation of broad approaches. The duty of the SB under Local Government Code, Article 100, Paragraph 5, to approve the construction and repair and maintenance of streets and bridges, etc. Now, because of the DPRH construction right there, og naay mahitabo diha sa mga tao, kaya magpasaka approach, you're delaying that because some of you don't like me. Excuse me. The government is not ours. This is for the constituents. I'm just only a caretaker. And you're stepping to my shoes because I am the local chief executive. You should know what are your functions. Some of you here are veteran politicians, but I think you have to go to the DILG and ask for a kindergarten step 1 of what are your duties and functions. Roofing of the Balay Silangan. This is long overdue. In fact, several times that we inquired about the status of the building. Now, my team, the budget officer, the engineering, already presented everything. So what's your reason?
That's not me. I
will continue this first.
Okay.
And after that, go ahead. After that. So under the supplemental budget number 1 in economic enterprise, repair and maintenance of damaged pathways at public cemetery, maintenance of the MSR, fabrication of tents, repair of cottages, all of this, the engineering and who are the concerns of this presented everything, the documents. Construction of fence, coffee shop area, repair of ceiling, CR, DMSR, furniture and equipment, sound system, family KTV, furniture and fixtures, family KTV, and the CCTV. For the record, the appropriation for electricity expenses of the DMSR is 2,357,000 for the whole year. The actual expenses from December 2022 until May 23 are only 484,000. Given the expenses of the previous months, the disbursed amount of 1,872,000 is clearly more than the expected expenses for the next 7 months. And since the TMs are need maintenance and repair for the facilities, the amount of 872,000 is proposed to cover the projects. And now, I have also a lot of follow-ups. Follow-up on my letter dated June 26, requesting for a legislative inquiry to determine the liability of the contractor and the lapses of the DPWH with her lack of prudence caused the unfortunate flash flood in Barangay Calunod and New Village, damaging the properties for almost 200 residents. So where are you guys? Did you act on it? Or you just keep checking on what I'm doing? And I have to remind Consihal Malto, you tell someone that dati kayo ni Mangawan. Do you have proof on that? You're so sluggish. Follow up on my request for legislative inquiry regarding the FB post of Honorable Arnel Balao, insinuating to the public that there are anomalies regarding the issuance of official receipts at the TMSR. The post was malicious, which could be a case of cyber libel, so it could be investigated to be fair to the hardworking and collectors and diligent collectors. In fact, naanatay ko ang audit report na ni, and we know kinsa ang adito. But because of Data Privacy Act, I will not divulge it. The acquisition during the last session made by Honorable Caridad Balao that we have made a huge and big obligation with senior and funeral parlor. I will challenge you, Honorable Balao, of this council to show proof of your malicious acquisitions. I have to remind this council that only very recently that you approved the ordinance for the AX, and I am writing for the authority to enter into an agreement with a funeral parlor. But still, we are giving financial assistance in the form of cash to our less fortunate indigent inhabitants. Now, may I remind that this program was existing during your stint as a mayor of this town, but only now that we have a valid ordinance. And take note that the request for the passage of the ordinance came from my department. This office, this august body, failed to initiate. Now, the permit of the head site holders for the gabions is only